Hey guys, and welcome back to Scarlet Sprites, where today we are resuming Neo Geo Alpha to Z with Pulstar Part 2. Alright, starting stage 5. The whole premise here for me is going to be I really need to pick up another probe, but as soon as I do that, I should say another satellite. As soon as I do that, I should be golden. But yeah, my livelihood's going to depend on that. There it is. Now I got it. Now I should be okay. Oh boy. There's a guy coming out the top. Watch for it. Shit. So good. I don't know if I really wanted that weapon. Kind of like my green. Just seems to cover more ground. But I guess we'll see. Alright, this is the maze portion coming up here. This is historically difficult. I guess my advice here. But it's just really learning when you, there's my opening, it's learning when you can make the cut and then just timing it. And sometimes it's actually delaying until the last second and then going. It's just all learning through repetition, really, which, you know, some of you pointed out in comments and stuff, it's a lot like R-Type in that regard. So here, just kind of gotta go for it. And then this one, really like just hang out and wait to the last second. And follow him out. And, whoa! Mostly, my probes aren't facing the right direction. Oof, man, oh day. There we go, survived it. And this guy should be pretty easy overall. Just charge shots, and I got good protection with my larger probe out front, and then the two satellites, and those will just gobble up those blue stars coming through. And so all I really need to do is fire up the charge shots and protect myself from anything that kind of goes astray. But it is a little bit of a challenge in that you're watching the charge meter, making sure you're getting, there we go, a good shot in, and making sure that at the same time you're not getting something coming up at an odd angle. But, well, there's stage 5. I really want to try to get that green beam back because that's what really helps carry me through. It's just covers so much more ground than some of this other stuff. At the same time, it's not too bad actually. I can't complain. Oh, something else I should point out: the probes don't stay locked. Every time you start a stage, you kind of gotta reset them, so they don't stay in whatever the previous lock position was that you had them in. So it might sound trivial, but I don't know why. It just took me a while to get used to that. Through here, low, and you want to go high. Back down low to avoid that fire. These guys, you really want to try to knock out as soon as you can. There we go. I got that green beam back. Thankfully, kind of hesitant to even pick anything else up at this point because I really don't want to lose this. There's a spider-like creature here. I gotta time going through the legs. Jesus. Slide through here. You notice that electrical activity at the bottom, that does take you out, so you can't get too close to the floor, even though those guys, you want to try to get rid of them. You can't get too close to the ground. That might be it. I might be at the boss here, so this hopefully is easy. There's a really good trick for this, and really you just kind of want to stay as close as you can. This spot here, you'll avoid some of the spikes that you'll see coming up or what have you, and honestly it's just this big phallic looking thing, and just kind of keeping your probe touched to that. That's it. That's all you got to do. I mean, again, you've got to stay powered up on this, or else the game is basically impossible. I thought about putting a video together where I beat each stage without power-ups, where I started each stage fresh, or I intentionally killed myself, and it's too much. The game itself is just, it's too hard without the power-ups. In this stage here, I know there's a spot where I'm going to have to, I'm hoping I can remember where it is, but I've got to turn the probes backwards. It might be coming up actually, but I don't want to do it too soon, because when you fly through like the cavern, or the two rocks or moons or whatever those are, you obviously need the probes to help you out. And this is the section I was referring to where you want to have those probes facing in the rear. At least that's what I've been doing. It's helped out immensely for this. Obviously, I'm going to be able to deflect that yellow. I just got to get out of here. Now you want to change them around quickly, because if you don't, you're going to have trouble with this section. Again, this game is just so much memorization and knowing what's coming. Much like R-Type. Whoa, forgot about that. And this guy here, again, not terrible, especially when you got the protection again, but just, you know, being careful and getting those power shots in when you can. Yeah, this bottom left corner seems to be a good spot overall. And then you just gotta dodge this stuff. Thankfully, there's a little bit of slowdown in the game, which is helpful. I just gotta get a few more shots in. There we go. Whew! Alright. Final stage. Not a time to be screwing around with your weapons or anything like that. Alright, there's one guy out of the bottom, two, and then there's a third. So again, memorization, remembering what's coming, it's all part of this game. Those guys are pretty much the worst on this stage because they just come right at you, and you've got to take them out, or you got to do a quick maneuver to dodge. But it's definitely one of the parts of this level that has tripped me up the most. Really, right now, all I'm doing is just charge shot after charge shot after charge shot, trying to clear enemies on screen. Unless I can help it, I'm not giving up any of these weapons that I've got. There's a guy coming out of the top here. There he is. You know, they're gonna try to bombard me here. There's one. There's another one. Ugh, wow. Keep clearing the screen, doing what you can to clear the screen. It comes so fast out of nowhere. It's like when you least expect it. Going right through. Just need to make it happen here. A little bit of slowdown helping me out. Just trying to survive here. Jesus. I think that might be it. I think I'm out. Whew. Alright. At least there's opportunity here to pick up some other things. I'm going to stick with what I've got. As soon as he opens his eyes. And it's just kind of you're in defense mode. So you can get reset. Fire away. Ooh, that was close. Alright, that's phase 1. He's gonna chase me around a little bit. As soon as he starts moving, he's vulnerable. So start letting your shots go. Again, you're just kind of in some serious survival mode here to not get tagged with any of that stuff. I think I got 2 solid shots off, and then 1 semi-powered shot. This should be good. There we go. Alright, so that's... Oh, shit. Alright, so that's the second phase. Now he's going to transform one more time into his third and final form. It's basically just a dodging exercise. And he's like right on top of me. Oh, that shit. That's a lot. There it is. Beaten. Pulstar. Oh, man. Wow, what a goddamn endurance test. This is the same thing as, like, Last Resort. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to edit, but I had to restart this. At one point, I accidentally blew up my probe on Stage 8, and I ended up just circling back. So, having to get my weapons powered up. Now, the final boss is a little bit more generous. They throw some things out at you, but in my opinion, it's just not enough. It was worth starting over, which I know sounds horrendous, but so is this game. So that is Pulstar finally completed. Simple mistakes, like I just said, blowing up the probe accidentally, a death here or there, and then you're just kind of starting over from scratch. So this was this was me starting and resuming this game, I think 3 times this evening to knock this out. But we finally did. Pulstar is completed, and we can move on to the next game in Neo Geo Alpha to Z. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time.